Alright, here's our game as it stands. And what we want to do is set up some ways to test our speeds and jumps. So let's go ahead and open up our content drawer and get that blueprint open for the first person. And I'm just going to drag that up here. So here's all our functionality for the player right now. And what we're going to do right now is grab our first person character movement component and drag it in. So this is where all the logic on where your movement is located. You can see it here in the details. You're walking, you're jumping, and all that good stuff. And then every time you make a change, you always have to hit this compile to make sure it happens. So what we're going to do is we're going to replace the variables in our character movement and change the walk speed and eventually jump and stuff. So let's go ahead and grab this node, pull it out, and add a set max speed node. Set max walk speed. And then let's go ahead and pull out set jump z velocity. Set jump z velocity. So now we're going to be able to override our settings in our blueprint. And let's go ahead and pull this over. And we're going to connect the output on the set max walk speed and go to the input on the jump velocity. Alright, now let's go ahead and find our variables. Here are our variables. Oh, I just created one that I didn't need to do, but that's okay, because we're going to create one anyway. So hit on this plus, and you're going to type in FP for first person underscore max walk speed. Go and hit enter. And then once we have created this, here's our details on the right side. And we're going to make this a float variable. So right now it's set to Boolean, which is true false. And we're going to go to a float, which gives us numbers with the decimal point. Okay, so now we've created this. And we want to give it a value, but we have to compile it first. So go ahead and click compile. And now we can add the max walk speed. Alright, let's go ahead and give the max walk speed a value of 500. Oh, and I put two F's in there. Let me fix that real quick. There we go. Okay. So we just created this max walk speed variable, and I'm going to show you another way to do it real fast. So on my set jump z velocity, on the input node, right click and click promote to variable, and now you'll see it created it right here. So let's change this to FP first person underscore jump. What do we want to call this? Call it max jump height. Max jump height. Max jump height. And then just like we had with the max walk speed, we have to compile it. So hit compile. And let's go ahead and make this 500 as well. Alright, now let's go ahead and drag our max walk speed variable onto our event graph. And what we're going to do is we want to get the max walk speed right? So we're going to get the max walk speed. And let's connect this to our set. And so right now this set is set to 500. And we have this all made now, but nothing is going to happen because it's not connected to an event. So let's go ahead and add that event begin, just like we did with the flashing lights back in the day when we were young. Okay, so right click, event begin play. Alright, so once the game starts up, we're going to go output here to input here. Once the game starts up, it's going to set the max walk speed and the jump velocity in our player movement. So let's go ahead and select all of this, and we're going to press C for comment, and we're going to name this. Let's call it setting jump and walk. And then I can change the color to whatever I wish. And now look, I can move it all as one chunk. I might as well spell it right though. There we go. Compile and save. Okay, the last thing we have to do here is, you see these little like eyelashes? So basically that means they're closed, so we need to open them up. And now what's going to happen is you'll be able to make it public and editable. So let's go ahead and compile it and then play it. Alright, so there's my speed now. And then we'll change it to 100. Compile it, play it. And it's way slower. So there we are. I'm going to go ahead and go back and set it to 500 again. And we are good to go. Save it.